fans to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Agholor, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Off-play action. Little. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready, break. Go 50 extra the mic. All day, baby, all day. Ready, go.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. Finding room to the 20. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go. Set. 15 liney, 15 liney. Push him back.
On first down, Clifton. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check. Try it, 64, weak. Check, nickel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. He returns the punt, 64 yards on the score. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw. Myers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Ready? Hey, orbit.
To throw is Myers. Looking to throw on second down. Completes it to Aguilar. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Tight dog. Grace don't travel.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Little. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A gain of 6 there on first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Philip Lindsey his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On first down, Myers able to find Shaheen here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, I want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Little. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Summers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Off the play fake. Little. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. All day, baby. All day. Fires the mic. Watch the screen. Hey, Haywood. 5, Mike, 5. 3 buzz. 5.
Now Myers throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. On 1st and 10, Little. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Off play action. Little. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd down. It's Lindsey. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. I'm here all day. Ready.
From the gun, Little looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Little. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Another run by Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
18-yard line.
Got it? 59, Mike. Check, 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right.
To throw on 3rd down, Little. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
And it's third down.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make it ready.
Myers operating from the gun. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Myers now from the gun, he'll throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. Now a loose. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. They call it luck or skill. Whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Back to throw. Myers. Aguilar has it. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
High 7.
From the gun, Myers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 50, clean. Blue down, blue down. Go! Ready, go!
Operating from the gun, Little. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit.
He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, 81 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, box truck. Hey, check. 3, 2.
And here's Myers operating from the gun. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Clifton. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Myers. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hit it.
1st down, a run with Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
My five. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. Go.
Now Myers to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Myers from the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Myers now throwing on 4th down. And he's got Miller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
90, Wolf. You. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Myers escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Myers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clifton, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Here we go. 60 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down. Clifton, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?